The buck has arrived.
Buck Hunter.
You look like a new man.
Oh, I feel like a dead man. I feel like that 4-day hangover, mate.
So, guys, if we forgot to talk about it last week, which was weird.
Did we?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it at all. But Frenchy had his bucks
on
Saturday.
On Saturday. A soft launch on the Friday, we called it.
Yep.
It was more just because I wanted to get a hotel room, but then I didn't want to be like checking in at 2 when we're about doing activities. So I was like, fuck, I'll get it for Friday. And I was like, yo, who wants to come do something Friday? Not buxing, just like hang out as friends do. So a few people came and did that. We got a bit blind, and then we were looking for something to do. We ended up trying to go bowling. Did I tell you this? Yeah. Trying to go bowling. There's no lanes, so like just to the escape room instead.
That's funny, the booking thing springing up again.
Yeah.
Frenchy always complains, but if he thought ahead, he could have booked.
This is the Friday. This isn't really the Bucks.
Well, you knew it was coming the whole time.
But anyway, after 15 beers, an escape room is not what you want to do.
I did see the boys complaining the next day about the escape room.
I sat on the ground and threw a plunger into the wall for 40 minutes because no one came and helped us. We were obviously not doing nothing. I was just kicking walls. You know how there's a secret room, so I just kept kicking all the walls.
I feel like I was saying to one of the boys at the breakfast because they were complaining about the escape room the next day, and I was saying if escape rooms wanted to be popular and get good reviews, they'd say it's really hard, but they'd make it really easy. That way you're coming in, you're feeling like a fucking genius. You're solving these things, being like, dude, that was hard and we cracked it. You're coming out of there, you're pumped, you're giving good reviews. You go into one that's actually hard, you feel like an idiot. You start saying, this escape room's broken. You start making complaints on Yelp.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, I'm going to come back again so I can feel like a fucking moron. You're like,
because
no,
you can't,
fuck
you never
and your
left.
impossible escape room.
You're just stuck there forever.
And think of the turnover too. If people are finishing in 14 minutes, instead of 50 minutes, you got 4 extra people. That's times 4 of your revenue.
And all you have to do is just give them a little trophy and say, no one's ever got this before.
Oh, you got the special
it's like
trophy.
You get the crystal of life. And they're like, wow.
Bro, it's so funny because when we did it, it was that one in Darling Harbour, and they gave us the briefing in the room. And they took us over, but instead of taking us to we know where the door is, we could see it, but instead of taking they took us in front of all the bowling lanes. They said, line up, now put your blindfolds on and put your hand on each other's shoulders, but in front of all these like people out bowling. I'm like, we're not going to do that, I'm going to be honest. Can we just do it at the door? We can see the door. We know where you're taking us. It's like, yeah, you can just do it at the door.
Oh, you party pooper. This poor teenager's job. They're like, why didn't, the boss is like, if you don't make them wear blindfolds, you're out of here.
Yeah, you're fucking fired.
We're not doing it.
You're fucking fired. We did the alien abduction.
Tell me what was in this escape room.
We wanted to get probed. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's why you do the alien abduction one.
Oh, of course.
So we loosened the belts. Started.
You guys were sniffing ammo.
Oh yeah, got to be ready. And then we walk in. It's some sort of, I don't even know how to describe it, but there was a blackboard with chemistry equations on it. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. I did chemistry. I came last though, but I did it.
That's impressive.
I think last in a subject is still worse than people who didn't do the subject.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I didn't learn anything.
Especially when you're choosing subjects.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like make better choices.
There was a plunger.
Okay.
Still don't know what it's for.
For your assholes, probably.
Don't know what it was for.
If an alien gets in, you can
There
go
was some locked cupboards, and then there was like a big, kind of like bigger. It like had buttons on the outside. It was plastic. It's kind of like, you know how you go in a car racing machine at Time Zone? The outer plastic frame of that. Okay. And you could go inside and press some buttons and do some bibbity bops, and it was all impossible. Nothing helped. Nothing worked.
Would you say it was hard or you guys are dumb?
Oh, there's not just one answer there, is there? You got to say it's a bit of... It's a bit of both. It's like when you can't get an erection, is it the alcohol or is it that you're trying to have sex with a rake?
Yeah, that's true.
And the metal prongs aren't doing it for you.
Bit of both.
So it's always a bit of both in in these sorts of
I
situations.
always get paranoid that there's just a bunch of teenagers who work there watching on the cameras, just being like, these guys are the dumbest guys yet.
But that's,
do you get that?
Yeah, well, that's why you stop, because you do kick through the walls and stuff, and you're like, oh, fuck, if they saw that, I'm in trouble. Because then when I was plunging for a bit, I was like, oh, I'm going to try to do this out of the camera, because then like, that's just Frenchy on the ground
with a
throwing a plunger. And they just wouldn't let me out. It was so annoying. I was knocking and stuff.
What'd you do after?
I was trying to get out. And we ended up getting a lane, going bowling, and then just hit some pubs and stuff. Yeah, eventually. But it was a long wait. We don't want to wait. We don't want to wait. What are we going to do while we're waiting?
Drink.
Yeah. Yeah. And not bowl, watch everyone having the time of their lives?
Yes.
No way, bro. What did you think of the Saturday? What was your highlights, Tom?
We met up for breakfast, very last minute decision, day of. The cafe was chosen, morning of. Yep. A good metaphor for Frenchy, kind of like the bowling lane thing. He still complained about the breakfast, even though he didn't book or look at reviews or tell anyone.
This
poor guy just got, but he got surprised by 10 dudes at a small cafe.
Oh, legit.
I think you're retarded.
No, we're going to see whose side the listeners are on here, because this is fucking the dumbest cafe ownership decisions I've ever.
No one else complained, by the way. 10 dudes, only Frenchy complained.
They didn't realise what happened. They were like, why is my food cold? I'll tell you why it was cold. We had decided on a different one 2 doors down, but it was busy, and we went to this one.
Because you didn't book?
Because we didn't book, but there was no one there. We were the first one to order. I was the first one out of a group of 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know how many end up coming. 10 maybe.
Just say
10 to order. I ordered my latte and I ordered a BLT.
Okay.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato. It doesn't take that long to cook. All 8 ordered. Few more randoms ordered. Then Tom came late, ordered. Everyone gets their coffee.
Actually, I sat for a bit until someone mentioned that you have to order at the counter.
Everyone gets their coffee except for me. I didn't say anything because I thought it was some sort of buck stitch up. I thought, okay, this is a pretty lame prank, but they must have told him not to give me my coffee because they know I'm a bit hungover. I'll get cranky. Okay, I'll just relax. And then Scotty's like, go ask for your coffee, man. I'm like, no, I know what you're doing, man. I know here's the thing. He'll come. I'll go there and he'll like punch me in the dick or some shit. It's a little prank. I know. I'm ready for it. He just forgot.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
He just forgot. It wasn't a big a deal. 45 minutes go past. I'm like, how the fuck long does it take to get this BLT?
It wasn't 45 minutes.
Not for you.
No,
not for you.
Yours came before mine,
Not for you. I get mine.
Everyone gets Karen.
Everyone gets theirs. Tom gets his the same time as us. And mine's fucking cold because what they've done is they made my BLT first, left it on the counter for every single other person to get theirs made. But there's one old lady cooking, which is not a strategic way to do things. So she's got to cook up everything separately.
They might have put more staff on if they knew 10 dudes were rocking up.
Well, they didn't, mate. They didn't.
Because you didn't book.
Just bring it out as the food comes. We don't all eat it together. Because one person can eat and the other ones can talk and then you can swap. Otherwise, if you all get together, you're eating and no one's talking. Just strategically, that's a much better way to do it anyway. You're happy because you got your hot food because you came late and ordered and it comes straight to you.
But I came late and I considered that everyone had already ordered, so I got something that was easy to make that I could see.
What was it?
It's thoughtful, Frenchy.
What was it?
It was one of the like sandwiches in the thing.
Yeah, BLT.
Yeah, so that was the start.
So that was your highlight of the Bucks, is me complaining about food. It was cold.
It was very on brand.
It was cold.
Look at Google reviews for a cafe and book it, not the day of.
Mate.
That's what I'm saying. You're the first to complain, but the last to do something. So then we go to a park, okay? You chose the park eventually?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. On the way out, guess what I saw?
What?
A sign.
A better park.
No, a sign at the gates.
What?
Asbestos found here.
Oh, we got another asbestos park.
Filled with asbestos.
Another asbestos park. It's fucking everywhere at the moment.
I took a photo of the sign.
Oh my fucking
I was like,
goodness.
This is classic. This is so...
Why is it everywhere? It's in the mulch. That's what's... Sydney's
So we
trying
were
to get
playing cricket
poisoned.
in an asbestos park
This
for a
is some
couple
sort
hours.
of billionaire's evil plan from a James Bond to kill half of Sydney. They're putting asbestos in the mulch. And then they didn't even shut the park. They just put up a sign that said asbestos, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. I wanted to talk about, you guys played a game I've never played before.
Red ass.
Red ass. Can you talk us through what the hell red ass is?
Okay, red ass is a variation of a soccer game. Actually, it's played in most countries, but they've all got sort of similar and different rules. And in Australia, depending on the area you're in, you play it differently as well. It's an individual game. You need a minimum of 3 to play it, as maximum of 20. You have lives. They're called lives. And when you're in goals, the goalkeeper, someone scores a goal against you, you lose your life. And when you get 3 goals scored against you, you've lost all 3 lives. You're on a 0. You're in danger of a red ass. Everyone who's played gets a penalty kick. And if they score a goal, they then get to kick it up your bum from a half a metre away while you bend over on your knees and take it like a good boy.
Because I'd never heard of this game, but in my mind, I was thinking like a penalty shot. Like you're that kind of distance away and you're kicking it at them. I just thought they would be standing up, but might hit them in the arse. No, it was like amazingly close.
Yeah, it's some do the penalty shot. I have seen that in England and stuff where they sort of like put their hands on their knees and sort of.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I don't know if they do the penalty kick before that, but we do it half a metre away. It's happening. You can kick it as hard or as soft as you want. I usually kick it soft. I do a long run up because it's not about the pain on their ring. It's about the humiliation.
And it did look humiliating.
It is.
Poor Elliot was the first out to get red ass, and he was sprawling in a position I wish I never saw him in. He was holding his testicles. That's how low and propped up his ass was.
Because it comes through and gets them sometimes. So, yeah, it's a good tactic by him.
So he got one hit by... Who were the people who kicked it at him?
I got one on him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who did the second one.
I think maybe Scotty or...
Scotty missed that one, but...
Might have been Bing.
Yeah. Bing got the second one.
It was quite a sight.
Well, what it is about the humiliation is more like when there's people around and you go, okay, get in position, they get down on their hands and knees and so you can't miss the butt. And you say, what are you doing, bro? Oh, there's kids around. Oh, and you make sure everyone looks. And then they're like, just fucking kick it, bro. Just fucking kick it. And then especially because if you're running off a long run, you're just like, you can't even really see. You're just like, wait, and you hear footsteps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was quite a sight.
Oh, it's so much fun. Well, especially with 20 people, there's such a chance of just permanent damage.
And then you had a very special shirt for everyone who got a special mention. Do you want to explain that for us?
But, okay, at some point you got to stop pinning this on me, okay? So, yes, I helped organise initially, but a week before I literally go to Scott and my brother, my best man. I go, I'm done organising. Like, traditionally, the groomsman's supposed to do it all. I've helped you out enough because I know I'm in Sydney and I was late on it anyway. So we've got a rough rotation, rough plan in. You guys do the rest. Whatever you plan, whatever you don't want to plan, you guys do it now. I'm fingerprints off it. They still didn't do nothing. Because a lot of bucks I
just want to know about the shirts.
A lot of bucks they go to, they print off shirts for the bucks. They didn't do nothing. So me and my brother went into Kmart. Well, the original plan was to have like how Elliot did 2 different lots of shirts, like 10 of each for like cricket teams or just, I don't know, different vibes. And we went to find the cheapest funny shirts we could find.
Yeah.
And we could only find 10 Pokemon shirts. Ivy saw $2.
That's a bargain.
So we bought 10 of them and then we handed them out to special prizes throughout the day.
So there were just a bunch of random, every second or third guy in this box was just wearing an Ivysaur
Ivysaur shirt.
Pokemon shirt.
Which is amazing because it's not, if everyone was in it, the pedestrians will know, they're all doing a thing. But only 4 out of a group,
It's
everyone's
almost
like
like a coincidence.
yeah, did they all wear the same shirt, or 2 of them went up to the bistro together and get it? And they're like, it's a bit random. And
Very
also just a
funny.
random ass Pokemon too. Out of all the Pokemon, it's the Ivysaur.
Classic. What was your highlight, big man?
Oh, just having all my friends together and celebrating with a bunch of guys I don't get to see a lot.
Did you pre-write that down? What did you
Practicing
really
the wedding speech.
Maybe don't do the eye rolls
Firstly,
when you do
can
the
I
wedding
just
speech.
say
You are the most beautiful woman.
Firstly, can I just say how beautiful do all the bridesmaids look? Let's give them all a round of applause.
No, you got to roll your eyes as well.
Oh,
How beautiful.
Beautiful do the bridesmaids look. Ugh. What was your short film, Sarcasm?
Oh, yeah. I did a short film back in the day, and it was about a guy who was born with a sarcastic voice. So it was just like how hard his life was, because he'd always get in trouble and be in awkward situations, and people would think he's taking the piss, but he's dead serious.
You could almost bring that back into a TikTok series, because the sarcastic guy born with a sarcastic voice.
So we're like, what's the
wedding.
worst thing? So we had him
At the
doing a
wedding?
eulogy.
I'm so excited
he was the best
to
man
marry.
I've ever met. Yeah.
Yeah. He loved his friends.
I'm going to miss him so much.
Yeah, you could do little clips for that.
That's
funny. The free jugs was good.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Urko Bolo.
Yeah, Urko Bolo. They were like, I recognise a few faces at this table. If you guys do a little social media post, we'll give you some free jugs. And we're like, that's probably the most we're making.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's a great deal. And then they said, can you post less now? You've done a bit too
Yeah,
many
we
posts."
actually don't like the people who are coming across from your tags. Can you remove them? That was good. It was a lot of day drinking. I got quite burnt.
Oh, bro,
Didn't even think about it.
That was the problem with doing a park sesh is that it gets very hot. The hotel room was probably the funnest.
Yeah, you had a good view.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you had a good sleeping situation. Tell us about that.
Okay. So the people who did the soft laundry with me was my best man, Scotty, my brother, Matt, my cousin, Nick. My brother's like, I'm not sleeping with Scotty. Nick doesn't really know him that much. So I'm like,
Explain
"Fine."
the bed situation.
I'll sleep with Scotty. We wanted to get a double room. There wasn't many that had twin beds. So we ended up getting double beds in 2 separate rooms.
So you had to sleep together.
And Scotty, love him to death. He's a tradie. He's a rough man, and he sleeps hard. Work hard, play hard, sleep hard. The cunt must have sleep apnea, I swear to God.
Sounds like from your description.
I was hoping I'd get to sleep before him and it would be fine, but I didn't. He got in early. And the worst part about his snoring, and this must be a sleep apnea thing,
Yep.
not consistent.
Yep.
So
he's like
there was no-
stopping breathing. And
No,
then
yeah, no
dying.
rhythm to it.
We're coming back to life. Yep. Yep.
There's like the most random fucking sounds. This ASMR, man, out of fucking control.
Yep.
It was like Tourette's, but for snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking goodness, right next to me too.
Yeesh.
And I was like, it was driving me crazy. It was like some form of torture.
Yeah.
I would have confessed to any crime.
Yeah.
I haven't committed one lately. But if they're like, "Oh, you murdered those people," I'm like, just yeah,
as long
fucking
as I
just get
can
me
get
out of here.
Put
Get
me in a
out of
cell with someone else.
please.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. So I ended up trying to sleep on the couch, but it was one of those couches that I can't
It's like a
stretch
two-seater,
out.
right?
Yeah, no,
It wasn't that big.
It's one of those ones. And so that was a rough sleep, which isn't ideal. Okay, we won't use names for this part in case someone's listening, but we can tell this story. One of the lads made us all go to a strip club. It was about that time of the night. He's like, let's all go to the strip club. You have to come. We're going. Let's go. Fine, let's go to the strip club. We went to one called Minx, which are a cat-themed strip club.
I disappeared just before there.
Tom didn't come.
It wasn't a coincidence.
No, he's like,
I
I'll
was
go
ready
home and
to
watch
go.
Cats the Musical.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
I'll get,
I'm so awkward in strip clubs. I can't handle it. I'm like, I'll just give you all the money I have and just don't talk to me.
This is going to sound bad, but stay with me for this.
Yeah.
I like some strip clubs. I think it's nice. The ambience better than getting a stripper, because if you get a stripper, it's just weird. There's 20 dudes in a circle just watching them.
Yeah.
Like sort of like bum fights.
Looks like a crime or something.
Yeah, it looks like a crime, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like, but strip clubs, someone was saying this during the night. Tell me if you agree with them. He said it's kind of like a zoo.
Okay.
You pay your entry.
Okay, yep.
You get to go around the different enclosures.
Yep.
See the animals. You pay a little more, you can feed them.
And instead of all the bars, there's just a single bar. And they know how to work it.
They know how to work it.
Yeah.
And they often do have, they got fun names too. I wish they had like a plaque with like a little information about them. You could learn more where they're from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Who donated them to the zoo, that type of stuff.
Yeah, why they're there. But the person who made us like adamant, you have to go. We have to go. Okay. We have to go.
Yeah.
We get there. We're there. He's like, we're all putting in for a dance.
Oh my gosh.
I only said that to one person. They gave him $50. He took the $50, snuck out back to the pub and played the pokies.
Oh my God. That's so bad.
After making us all go there. Well, like, where is he? He's like, I don't know.
That's so bad.
Bro, so bad. That was funny.
And this guy's name
Yeah, I was like...
doesn't rhyme with Trenchy, does it?
It was not Frenchy.
That's funny. But how'd you recover?
Oh, tough pull up, little 2-day hangover. It was tough, mate. It was. I remember making fun of Alex when he was real hungover, and he said he needed to watch the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Something just so terrible at that show. It's so soupy, or whatever the fuck slang we were trying to start.
Soupy?
And then I was like going through what I wanted to watch, and I just needed something shit, you know, when the serotonin's low. And I found this show Quantico. It's so bad. It's like 24. You know the show 24?
Yeah.
But like we have 24 at home, and it's a female reboot version.
Right.
But for some reason just hit the spot. It's the Jonas wife stars in it.
Jonas' wife.
Priyanka Chopra.
I've heard.
You've never heard of her?
I don't know.
She's Indian.
No, I feel like I've heard it, but you said it wrong. But I don't know what it
Preena.
is. Oh, yeah.
Prissy.
Prenup.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've been watching
Tell
when I
me.
like need that kind of energy. There's a channel that I found on my TV. It's like built into the TV. It's called Plex, which is just one of those free channels. And it's got Cops on 24/7. It's just got Cops channel. Then it's got Cheaters channel. You remember that show?
I love Cheaters.
And it's like so clearly scripted. I never really watched it. It was a very American thing. So clearly scripted, but it's like the season's so far back that they still hit him and shit.
Yes.
So they'll be like, I caught you. And the chicks will just start
Motherfucker.
punching the guy in the head and stuff, and no one stops them. It's like, wow.
So do you think it's actors?
I think so.
If it's scripted, but
It seems very
they're allowed to
scripted.
punch him properly.
That's what confused me, because I'm like, they're speaking so scripted, but then they're still letting them hit him pretty legit.
Do they speak scripted while they're confronting each other?
Yeah, sort of the whole thing. I don't know.
I don't like that.
I don't know.
But
But I mean, maybe I need to watch it for another 24 hours to be sure.
do you think To Catch a Predator is scripted?
No.
Okay.
I think
But
they
they're
go
on the
to
same
jail.
level. Is Cops real then too?
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like Cheaters must be real.
I feel like they've got a lot of weird storylines they try and work in, so they got a bit extra with it.
I'm gonna have to Google that, because that's
I'm
I
pretty
really
sure it's
like that show.
scripted. Yeah, it's a shame.
They should do Cheaters, bring it back, but only Celebrity Edition.
Okay. Kind of like Punked, but it's just like, let's get this heaps hot chick to hit on Russell Crowe and see if he cheats on his wife.
Yes, and it's all entrapment. It's not already going on. It's complete entrapment.
Oh, yeah.
But also like long game entrapment. So they will get the wife to start like abusing them verbally, cutting them down, not giving them sex, like drive them to
so
cheating.
there's like
sort of stuff.
pre-game.
Yeah. Long game. Maybe secretary gets hired and like a year. It could take a year.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
I like that. that.
We would
I reckon
get 'em.
TMZ would put in cash for that. That'd give him some content.
Who's got the most beautiful, almost sickening relationship that we should? Oh, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Nah, they're losers.
But it'd be good to get them on Cheaters.
I think you want someone who's like a
Wholesome.
Like I'm talking.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah, because he's done Punked.
Yeah, that's funny.
Payback. Everyone from Punked like chips in to help get him on Cheaters.
Yep. Another one would be like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds because they're like they're like the goals couple kind of thing.
And then and then we play Cheaters at the premiere of Deadpool. So it's like a little pre-ad, you know.
Okay.
I don't know if they do screenings. He might go to another screening in the Australian version.
I like where your head's at.
And we show him just a Blake Lively again, Raw Dog by Drake.
Oh, so hard.
Raw Dog. Has to be raw.
Yeah.
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 That's fun. Okay, who else? It would be hard. I think it would be hard to get some celebrities because it's hard to catch them slipping. They know what's up.
Yeah,
some don't even know.
Suspicious. They think someone's already out to get them because they probably are. Paparazzi.
Okay.
Like P. Diddy and
We
Bieber.
don't need P. Diddy on Cheaters. He's got his true crime documentary coming out. We don't need any more Diddy. Bieber wouldn't be a bad one, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's
Bieber
a great
on Cheaters.
one.
Who would you want cheating, Bieber or Hailey Baldwin?
Bieber.
With?
Or maybe Hailey Baldwin with like a real lame version of Bieber, like a...
Freddie Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. I don't hate that. Oh,
Or like one of the like
Jonas
B-grade
Brothers.
One Direction guys who
Jonas
don't care
cousin?
about.
Oh, One Direction's kind of good.
Like the offshoot guys.
Yeah, Liam.
Liam. Boom.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's move on because I got some stuff.
Yeah, get into it.
So I asked the fans if they needed advice on anything on Instagram, Tom and Frenchy, and we got some questions that I think are actually quite good. I filtered out the shit ones because there are always a lot, but I wanted some genuine questions. This one's good because Frenchy, you used to be a teacher.
Yes, sir.
PE teacher, mainly sub-relief kind of vibe, but
Yes.
Laura, I think it is, said, should I become a teacher? So she might be at high school or university and she's trying to decide, should I be a teacher? Pros and cons, give it to us.
Well, long answer. Oh, it depends on everybody's personality type and blah, blah,
What do you
blah.
think is a good personality type?
I think you need to have, you need to be compassionate and care about other people.
Yeah.
A little bit simple too,
Okay.
because it's not testing work. It's not difficult. By the end of it, you can figure out year 9 maths. You know what I mean? You're not challenged every day at all by learning. You're just challenged by little delinquents throwing fucking spitwads at you.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So thick skin, maybe?
Thick skin. You need the holidays are good, but it's a fucking long term. You remember how long the term feels as a student? Twice as long as a teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you only got to deal with one teacher as a student. Teacher, you got to deal with 26 students times 6, whatever, how many classes you got that day.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot. So I think it's a lot hard to commit crimes to as a teacher. If you're trying to get in there to like sell vapes or whatever, they're onto it. Sell weed, onto it.
Okay.
So it all depends on your reasoning for wanting to be a teacher.
And a lot of people are just trying to flog vapes at the end of the day.
I hear primary is fun because like kids aren't like spoiled by then. I'll say spoiled.
Spoiled.
Like rotten fruit. But you all know
The kids are
teenagers
nicer.
are a lot more
Yeah.
difficult. They've got all their own personalities and angst and ugh.
So,
No, don't become a teacher.
that's funny.
Nah, it just doesn't suit my personality type. But you might like it. It's literally only like 35% of my class is still teaching, of my uni students.
Really?
Yeah.
At what point, this is from Armand, at what point do I acknowledge the receding hair on the crown of my head? Well, Armand, as a couple of men in their 30s, I
Who
think
are wearing caps right now.
that is step one. Armand, there are a lot of headpieces that you could become accustomed to. You could be the guy who wears a fedora, saying my
Bring
lady,
it back.
you know.
Bring it back.
Hell, you could rock a sombrero. There's options, dude.
Yeah, firstly, start hats. You do not need to worry about your receding hairline. There's not many situations you can't wear a hat in.
Yeah, like in the 50s, you used to take off hats when you went inside. These days, you can wear a hat to a funeral, probably.
Also, burqa,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, bandana.
Oh, man, that's okay.
Kid Rock vibes.
The male burqa, the bandana.
Yeah. The redneck burqa. I mean, I've seen TikToks of dudes who just shave that shit down and glue like a toupee on.
Oh, and that looks good.
They look better.
Always look good.
I mean, as soon as a chick rubs her hands through the hair, I imagine she goes, something feels wrong. This feels like Velcro.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Velcro?
You look great in photos.
And who doesn't like Velcro? You know those games where you throw a ball at a Velcro mitt and it sticks to it?
Yeah.
You can do that.
With your head.
With your head. Oh.
What other options?
Turkey?
Yeah, you could put a turkey on your head.
No. Put a turkey on your head.
Yeah, you could go get those plugs. People do that. Bert Newton, I think he was the first to do that.
Tattoo hairline?
Yep. Yes! People underestimate the power of a tattoo headline. Headline? Hairline. You can go real low. You can get crazy with it.
But also, if you go fully bald early enough, people forget. And by the time all your mates are bald, you're already the bald guy and they're copying you. It's like,
I mean, people don't do it enough these days. The comb over of like 3 strands, like the Homer Simpson look.
Dope.
Like if you do that with confidence, it's kind of retro.
Dope. I think the tricky part about balding is that it's just one of those personal things where you always notice it way more than everyone else. Especially, I don't think women notice as much because they've got their own shit they're worried about. They're like cellulite or tuck shop or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what else happens with them. Bats coming out the pussy. I don't know exactly what they worry about. I don't know if that like, but you don't need to worry about it as much. I'm saying, and it looks cool. What you can just do is we need a new movement. There hasn't been a movement for a while. Body positivity is big.
For like...
So we need so Lizzo, great thing she did is body positivity.
Yeah, until she started beating her staff. Or
yeah, she did beat her staff,
yeah.
okay. But before that, she was shining for big girls saying, look, this is what you were born with, some of you.
Shake it.
You were born with enough money to buy donuts and eat them. You know what I mean?
It's a privilege, like a king.
No, I'm saying it's
a sign of wealth.
I'm not saying it's a privilege. I'm saying she was born that way. But I'm saying receding hairlines, most likely born this way. It's not often they get acid. It's like, oh, I used to have a great head of hair. God's cursed them or blessed them with this receding hairline. So we shouldn't be making fun of balding people. It should be a movement. It should be, you know how girls were like frothing dad bods for a bit? They're like, oh, I want a dad bod. Yeah, same thing. I want a bald boy.
Yeah.
Bald boy, I don't hate that.
I like it.
BB. Give me some of that BB.
So there you go, Armand. Just fucking own it, dude. Or put a turkey on your head.
Oh, one more thing I'll say on that, Tom. I remember I've got a normal amount of thinning and receding for my age. Tom's got a good head of hair, to be honest.
It's genetics. You can't fight it.
Yeah, I was never worried, but in my 20s when I was Snapchatting a bit, every couple of weeks there was this person who would send me, they would just reply to my story going, look at your receding hairline, you ugly cunt, you fucking receding motherfucker.
Let's get into this because you had a very specific stalker almost who would just target you for this one thing.
Yeah, they'd write it on all my socials and I blocked them on Snapchat and they started a new one saying it.
So what type of things?
They literally would only talk about receding hairlines. I swear to God. It was bizarre.
Who do you reckon it was?
Robbo.
A mate of yours?
Elliot.
Yeah, I feel like it would.
Justin.
I feel like it would
One of
be.
the boys.
I feel like it's like someone you know who's like weirdly like projecting or something.
One of the boys.
Or they're like someone you went to school with who's like, how dare he get followers on?
Bizarre.
So funny.
It just kept
so
going.
Specific.
Out of all the things I was self-conscious about, it was never that. I'm like.
But eventually
you're
like, fuck. You hear it enough, you're like, fuck. You're using the Snapchat filters to like put more hair on.
Should be right.
Oh, that's funny. All right, what else we got? We've got... Okay, this one's rogue. I'm just going to say the first name. Next time I ask a question, guys, let me know if you want me to shout out your Instagram name, but I don't want to, like, out you if you don't want people to know.
Yep.
So this is from Nathan. I'm not going to say his last name. How do I convince my partner to agree to a threesome? First off, next time, let us know 2 men, 2 women.
Yeah. Good. Well, that's a good
That's an
question,
important
Tom,
factor.
because I think some would be easier than others. Do you know what I mean?
What do you reckon's easier?
3 dudes around the boys.
So she's just watching.
Well, have you seen that school? What was that school where they?
I guess he didn't say
they all
whether
took
it's a
acid
man
on
or a woman.
schoolies, and they all just. It was just a bunch of straight dudes took acid, and then they filmed each other in a male gangbang.
This
The
might have been
cricket
a
boys were showing me the
porno
other day,
you watched.
Riverview or something.
I've never heard of this.
But anyway, okay. How do they convince? What is it? The word convince or
How do I convince my partner to agree to a threesome?
agree to a threesome?
So we actually don't
Agree.
know whether he's in a relationship with another dude. We're going to assume female.
Yep, that'll be easier for us. And then the one wants a threesome. You can do that tricky one where you're trying to get her to sign contracts.
Okay.
And first page, whatever, just sign it here. Whatever, the contract's about on the first page. Second page is the other one. You're like, just quick signatures.
Oh, okay.
And she's already signed it. Agreed.
So you think if it's legally binding,
Yes.
she's likely to get involved?
Definitely.
Okay,
Should have read the
interesting.
fine print. And that's kind of a life lesson.
I think that was the plot of that Willy Wonka musical, actually. There's a big part about that.
The one in Glasgow.
Yeah. So, okay, so he's trying to convince her. I mean, why does he want a threesome? I think start with that. Like, do you want a threesome because you're bored in your relationship? Are you just projecting? Do you really want to be with someone else? That could be a starting point.
No, I don't think
don't
you're
think
getting
so?
what he wants right now. He's a
don't know.
horny boy for
You're-
a threesome. He's a horny
Okay.
boy. It's not you're
Okay,
going
so
full
let's-
deep trying to like save his
So give him some
relationship.
advice.
How does he convince her? Well, firstly, okay. I don't know exactly. It's a long game though.
Okay.
You're like, gee, that sex was good last night, but my hand got bored. I just had all this things I could have done with it, but there was nothing to do with it.
Oh, maybe he could start it off like,
Do you know what I'm saying?
do you ever feel like you've got a lot more potential that's wasted? And she'd be like, oh, do you mean in your career? And you're like, sort of. Last night, I could have given more.
Yeah.
I have a lot of love to give.
You have a lot of love to give.
And I think you're being selfish. She's being selfish for not letting me share it with more of the world.
What about this? Okay, you say, hey, hypothetically, if I had a clone, would you want him in on this? Okay, and then you go on find out if she wants a little MMF.
Yep.
And hypothetically, if I had a female clone, would you want her in on this?
Or if she had a clone.
Yeah,
Would you
that's
let
better.
me have
Okay,
sex with
then
her?
I wouldn't have to have sex with
And
my
then-
female clone.
Yeah. Because then from there you go, because I've been told that you look a lot like your sister.
And then you got the sister threesome. Another way is, what's that little game where you play?
Chatterbox.
Chatterbox game.
Okay.
And so chatterbox game, you pretend it's a drinking game. One is do a shot, finish your beers, like have a threesome, and then knock knock at the door.
And it's your dad.
So that's no? Dad's not involved.
Okay.
In the threesome.
All right, Nathan, we might have to get back to you on that one. We're still figuring it out. Okay. This is from Andrew, the next one. I'm recently unemployed, so I've been traveling. Do I keep it up or be boring and get a job? I feel like there's a few factors that need to be considered. If you've got the means to just keep traveling, don't get a job.
Yeah, travel forever. Do never come back to the real world.
I think nobody wants to have a job.
Never come back to the real world.
Because if there's an option to just always travel, I'm doing it.
Get a job as you're traveling.
I think that is
We
one
don't
of the
know
ways
how
to
old
go.
he is though. He could be like 45, and
mean-
his kids are like, "Come home, Dad.
yeah,
Come home
true.
and get a job."
True. We're hungry,
Mum
Dad.
says you haven't paid child support in 7 years.
Andrew,
You've been in
if you're not
Bali.
paying child support, please come home.
Andrew, get out of Cancun and go visit
Yeah,
your wife
please.
and your kids.
Or get your kids to work and fund the travel for you.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
But definitely travel as long as you can. Don't get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can.
You've got all your life to work.
Yeah, working sucks.
Yeah, don't pay super either. If you're wondering.
That's all our questions.
Oh, thanks for that, Tom. That was a good segment.
Yeah.
Speaking of good segments, people loved the rugby league one last week.
They did. There was many calls for a part 2.
And so that's what I did. Part 2. NRL. The complete list of NRL off-field scandals. Part 2. Are you ready for it?
I'm so ready.
Feel free to comment on any ones you want to talk about. I've narrowed it down this time. I've got the highlights. So, NRL stupidity. Here's some of the things footy players have done. Jared Hayne does a presentation on cyber safety at a high school, somehow accidentally plays porn through the projector.
Oh, God.
I remember that one. There's a room, they claim that someone had hacked it and a student played it via airdrop, which is possible, but also...
It's possible, but look at who's doing it. That's a riskier take when you get a footy boy to do that.
Mark Gasnier leaves late-night angry voicemail requests requesting a gangbang on a woman's phone. The best part is that it's a voicemail, so she played it. Everyone got to hear it in the world, and he kept saying, "Fire up, you soft cunts! I've got 4 hard cocks in the cab with me."
Oh no!
Blah blah blah.
Wow,
it was quite the speech. James Tedesco punched by a teammate after attempting to proposition his girlfriend.
Fair enough.
Nene McDonald on Magnetic Island driving a hire car into a cliff, then abandoning it with his ID and open bottles of alcohol in the car.
Hell yeah.
With his ID in there.
That's funny.
An unnamed Cowboys player has an affair with a married staffer in an airport bathroom. Husband finds out and is distraught. Cowboys ply him with prescription sleep medication, which then gets him fired from his job as a truck driver. It's a full plot of SVU, that one.
That's a lot.
Darren Lockyer tackling a barman on a night out. Threatens to sue the venue after CCTV footage emerges by claiming it wasn't him. Then has to apologise after more CCTV conclusively proves it was him.
I mean, if it had voice activated, they'd know who it was.
Darren Lockyer. Speaking of hairlines, comeback season on that one. Bo Falloon texting drug dealer. The season starts now, minutes after Titans season ends. That's a bit funny.
That's funny.
That's a bit funny.
I like that.
Jonathan Thurston arrested after hassling casino patrons with crutches. Mm-hmm. I think he was on the crutches, but I like to think he's going around the casino looking for people on crutches.
Specific attacks.
David Fafita entering a Tinder date's father's room mistakenly and gets chased out with a bat. Titans attempt to keep family quiet by paying for a CCTV system.
Wow.
Wouldn't have helped him. She snuck him in. North Sydney Bears players kicked out of the cricket after throwing tomato sauce and a cup of urine on other spectators. South's coach Jason Taylor knocked out by David Farlogo after attempting to karate chop the second rower. Dressed in karate gear on the club's Chinese-themed Sad Sunday.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Out of all the themes, we call it a silly Sunday. They call it a sad Sunday. Out of all the themes they could do, Chinese.
Karate, is that Chinese?
I think it's Japanese.
I think you're right.
Anyway, but he was hammered. I don't think.
I mean, chop away.
Mitchell Pearce blows up own wedding by sexting Knights employee days before the event. Craig Gower tries to kiss a man in King's Cross before biting him on the neck vampire style and instigating a brawl.
Far out.
Yeleen Gordon sacked by Tigers after writing obscene message on whiteboard during school visit. That one, I don't know this full story, but what message could have been so bad he gets sacked by the club?
I don't know.
Couldn't they just buy the school a CCTV system?
Yeah, they should have. Missed opportunity.
Wally Lewis buys a shitbox car to drive around during a Kangaroos tour. Teammates pick it up from the car park and throw it into a river as a prank before realising the next morning that they had done it to the wrong car.
These guys,
That's
man.
such bands. That is funny, but
I feel like it'd be great if they did like a Real Housewives style show.
I like that.
Just with every NRL team.
What, Real Housewives of NRL or real
players of NRL.
Real players of NRL.
And it follows them at home as well as
During season or out of
during season, both. I feel like you want to get all the goss, but it's a tight edit.
Zero way they would sign off on that.
Oh, they shouldn't. It'd be a terrible move.
They should.
Absolutely, don't do that. But I want to see it.
We'll do a parody of it.
I want to see it.
We'll do a parody, mate. Okay, and that was my story.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, bro.
Some gold there. Wow.
We
those
got to
blokes.
catch up with Alex, I should say, listeners. So,
Oh, yeah.
he's doing good. He come through to the Bolo and a few of the other shenanigans.
Yeah. He's now fluent in Mandarin, which was surprising, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was,
He was just speaking.
I said, what's going
Mandarin.
on? He goes, I got a Chinese Sad Sunday coming up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
He was in a kimono, which is Japanese. But, there's a lot going on with him, but it was good to see him.
Yeah, he had chopsticks and stuff.
Yeah, very strange.
dope.
Just drinking sake. Some cool news. We were talking about this the other week about how we wish we could bring our dogs on flights.
Yes, I remember that.
Because
Dogs
we
over
were
kids.
pissed off about kids being allowed because they're more disruptive. Our dogs are pretty chill. Virgin Australia is going to allow pets on planes. How good is
That's
that?
so dope.
That's so cool.
That's so
I feel like they've been
dope.
doing that in America a bit flimsy. Is that true?
You can do it in America. Every airline, I'm pretty sure, does it.
Yeah.
I see dogs go through all the airports in America.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense. Why not pay extra and let your dogs on? Because the way you fly with dogs now is kind of like, I get they're animals. I'm not an idiot. But also they're not like cattle.
Yeah.
Most dogs can handle sitting next to you on a flight for an hour and a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you reckon you need
They put them
their own
underneath.
seat?
They're all fucked up. Like it's
you reckon
and
they
they're
need
heaps
their own seat?
expensive. I think it depends on the dog. Like a kid,
Yeah.
if they're a certain size and weight,
Yeah.
they should be able to go on you.
Yeah, if you get a Rottweiler, they've got to have rules around it, I guess.
Yeah, I
A
think
Great
so.
Dane's going to be quite a situation on a plane.
And I think you can have sections where the dogs
I'm
go.
going to say sex with them or something.
No,
section.
no.
Okay,
You
yeah.
got to pay a lot
Well,
more than that. I enjoyed the comments underneath it. Did you read the
no.
comments?
What were they?
Oh, it was war.
About?
Well, hypothetically, if you're a middle-aged Karen,
Oh, dude, old people are the fucking kids, dude.
oh, what if people have allergies or don't want to hear barking or deal with them on a flight?
We have to deal with old people.
With old people. Do you
They
know how
smell
long
strange.
Do you know how long old people take to fucking board?
Oh,
God.
You've tried to walk like the stairs and get stuck behind an old person?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, I don't know, getting a facial from varicose veins. It's horrible.
I'm sorry, what?
What? Moving on.
But yeah, I think it's a good news. And that's what I was like, because some people were upset. They're like, oh, dogs should not be allowed. Some people have allergies. Like, okay, fly a different fucking airline.
I feel like
Fly a different flight.
more people have allergies to cats than dogs. Definitely, right?
Definitely. Fly a
Shut
different
up.
flight.
Yeah.
It'll be dog. I don't know if it's going to be every single flight can have dogs on it or whether it's dog special
Specific.
flights. But
I hope
like,
it's all flights.
they're called man's best friend. Why can't
Yeah.
our best friends fly?
Yeah.
And in a lot of cases, because it's like a new woke world where women actually have equal rights. Sometimes, quite often, women's best friend too.
That's true.
I want to respect women's best friends as a
Yeah.
feminist, as a strong feminist.
Yeah. That's very big of you.
Thank you.
Hopefully international flights would be sick to take the
Oh,
dogs.
yeah, bro. We'll just do trips.
Yeah.
Me and Fennon.
Yeah. Take them over to Bali to play with the stray dogs.
Oh, he'll love
some
that,
rabies
bro.
and shit. That'd be
Fennon
sick.
wants to go to England to see where the corgis used to hang out.
Oh, yeah. Take them to Buckingham Palace, maybe.
There's a rumours that there's a secret underground corgi land.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Like
because
burrows
the
kind of
Queen
thing.
built it
Like
in.
the catacombs, like
Yeah.
under Paris.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Oh, shit.
And they've got like natural lighting under there. It's quite a big, and they're ruled by like a corgi king and queen and stuff.
That's
and so
cool.
that the corgis the Queen had was just their ambassadors to the upstairs world.
Oh.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to go visit that.
Yeah, so we should.
Speaking of which, actually, funny that Matt's chats told us to do a fake rumor about Princess Mary. 2 days later, Princess Kate. 2 days later, they've done a picture because the chatter got so hard that she had disappeared.
Yeah, because I didn't know any of that beforehand. Like, yeah, I didn't get the context of what you were even talking about.
And then, did you see the picture?
Yeah, so this picture's come out. It's kind of almost like a proof of life. Because apparently she went into surgery like 3 months ago, something like that.
For a BBL?
No.
Oh.
But for something, and they thought she'd be back a lot. And she's been kind of out of the news for a long time. So then they kind of tweeted this photo as a Mother's Day thing. And then professionals analysed it and saw a bunch of errors in the photo that had been doctored. So maybe it wasn't her. Maybe there is something wrong.
And then she comes out saying, oh, sorry, I must have done some... Of course I do silly little Photoshops by myself. I just did that. Just me. You're not Photoshopping your own photo, love.
Yeah,
There's zero chance you did
she's
it.
getting her graphic design on.
And the kid's got his fingers crossed. Did you see that?
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot. It's some sort of Satanism... I'm a bit on right-wing Twitter a bit because it's a good dance. It's good dance.
Get off there.
No, it's fun. So did you see how John
Cena?
John Cena was naked at the Oscars?
Yes.
Yeah. Pedo Hollywood made him do that because like how they make him wear dresses. It's like they've got shame kinks, and they make the big actors get naked and wear dresses and stuff like that.
Okay. You need to get off that area. Were you interested in calling Buckingham Palace at all? Or?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll put the number in the chat.
Wait, what do you mean we can call Buckingham Palace?
Apparently there's a phone number I found. Buckingham.
Oh, from my phone.
Yeah.
Why not your phone?
I don't know.
I don't want to get a Buckingham Palace watch list.
What are they going to do? It's a different
Arrest
country.
us.
For what?
She's our monarch. He's our monarch.
Yeah,
I don't know, prank calling.
Okay, don't do it. You said yes.
Is it actually Buckingham Palace? I thought it was going to be some sort of joke. I was like,
it
oh,
is.
the Buckingham...
It's a joke that you're actually calling Buckingham Palace. But you don't have to do it if you're scared.
They can't check private numbers, can they?
Well, it's not going to actually go through to... I think it'll be like the front desk. Here you go. Front desk. Just send it through.
Okay.
Just say, hey, it's
What do we...
It's me. I just want to talk
to.
You want to talk to Kate? See what's up. Haven't seen her around much. What's she up to?
Due to temporary service difficulties, we are unable to connect your call at this time.
Oh.
Please
Thank
call
fuck.
again later.
Do you have anyone else you want to call?
No,
but why
that
was
the
there a
main one.
number for Buckingham Palace?
Because it's a fucking place that people go to.
But why is it in the chat? That's probably, like, did it just get leaked? Or it's always been there?
Yeah. I looked it up, bro.
Damn.
What are you talking about? We're doing a podcast.
No, yeah, well done. Well done. I thought it was like a big score. You like got a secret number that no one can have.
No.
Oh, fuck. I thought you'd really
tripping
fucking
out,
done
bro.
something there. That should be a fun thing. We try to get, like big numbers. Like,
That's what I just did.
no, but like special numbers like Drake's, FBI number,
Okay. It's probably not going to happen.
like celebrities. Yeah, but if we can, then we prank call them
Yeah.
on this.
Okay. You get Drake's number,
For cheaters.
bro. We'll
for
call
cheaters. For cheaters.
him. All right.
Kevin Hart's already got done cheaters. That'd be a good another one.
Kevin Hart again.
Yeah.
Nah, he's too
Imagine his
predictable now.
reaction. I'm Kevin Hart. Whatever he does. It's fun.
You got anything else you want to talk
Oh,
about?
of course I do, mate. I've got some few little random ones. Just quickly. Random little stories here I want to talk about, Tom. First one, March Meowness.
Okay. Go on.
Library allows patrons to pay fees with cat pictures.
Wait, what? Say it again.
A Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Oh, you pronounce it.
Now I'm confused.
Massachusetts
Yes.
Library is allowing patrons with lost or damaged items to pay their fees with an unusual form of currency, cat pictures. It's
That's
called
so
March
weird.
Meowness.
That's definitely, you know how that's like a thing people make fun of millennials for? Remember how we were like, the internet's all cats, and that was like a big funny thing all millennials liked?
That was a thing.
That's a millennial.
I think their thoughts is no one's paying the late fees or the repair fees anyway.
Yeah.
And so they've stopped borrowing books or hiring books as a process. So they're like, oh, you've only got to submit a photo or a drawing of a cat in place of cash.
That sounds like a trap.
Even if you don't have a cat in your life, you can still draw one. Worcester Public Library Executive Directors told NBC. Even if it's one of the big cats like a tiger or a lion, we'll be excited to see those.
That's strange. There's some kind of fetish happening there.
Yeah, it could be a trap like in The Simpsons, how they're like, free speedboat.
Yeah,
and everyone got caught.
And then the library guy's got a gun and he's like, pay up, 50 cents, what up?
The library said the program was inspired when officials noticed a large number of young patrons had amassed significant fines since the start of the COVID pandemic. They said more than 400 accounts were cleared of fines during the first 5 days of the month.
It's because they took a book out and then they couldn't leave their houses, so leave them alone.
No, it's because no one went to the library and they're just so bored in the pandemic. Okay, here's another one. Wait, where's the headline? Scottish students message in a bottle. Travel 6 miles in 40 years. So now your kid put a message in a bottle, throw it out to sea.
6 miles?
Yep, from 6 miles away. So that it's travelled 6 miles.
That's not that far.
Not far at all. That's
right?
one of the things. No, it's terrible. In 40 years, you think it's out in the ocean. It could end up anywhere. No, it's down the road.
Okay.
It's down the road at your new house. So a woman was cleaning up trash at a Scottish beach. Cold beaches there. And she found a bottle that had been launched by a trio of school children in 1984.
Wow.
And then it was written on I picked up 3 bin bags of rubbish and I found this bottle. And I thought there was something like felt-tip pen inside. I got it out. And it was rolled over with an elastic band around it. She's drinking more whiskey as she's speaking. Smith unfurled the paper and discovered it was a hand-drawn map. The girl who drew the map had cleverly used wax crayon as the outside wrapping so it protected it from some of the water that had managed to seep in. The map protected 3 messages written by 8-year-old students who attended Walmart Primary School in 1984. The notes, which bore a pirate theme, featured students complaining about their teacher making them do math. That's what lasted 40 years.
How things change. Kids love math now.
Things change. Please help me, one of the notes read.
Oh, God.
Oh, it might be a Catholic school. Oh, it's getting dark.
She's aged out of that problem.
I'm one of the crew of Walmart Primary School, and I've been taken captive by the terrible Miss I. Elder.
Oh, God.
My name is Kelly McComb, and I'm age 8. Well, back to Miss L. Elder. She makes us do awful work like sums, and I'm just managing to write this letter in private. Please, someone help me. This could be a metaphor.
Yeah, wow.
We just uncovered a crime. But anyway, that's the only other news story I could find today.
That's funny. I wonder if it was actually verified, or if some kid just yesterday just wrote fucking 1969 on the bottom as a joke.
We should write some messages in a bottle.
Yeah, that's fun.
What should we do? Warn the world. Let's warn the world about celebrities. So, like the P. Diddy.
Oh, but act like we were predicting it. So, yeah, you do like P. Diddy and date it 5 years ago. Or you do Michael Jackson, date it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fun. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
I like that. Did you watch any of the Oscars? That was just on?
I followed it on the socials. I saw naked John Cena.
Yep.
You can see him. He thought people couldn't see him, and that's
and he is jacked.
He is.
He's a funny dude. I like that show Peacemaker that he was in.
I read this. I just saw the headline of the article. It's like how John Cena got jacked for his nude cameo at the Oscars.
He's always been jacked.
Well, yeah, it's really. You don't need a whole article on it. You need one word. Steroids.
Oh yeah.
Steroids. He's just shooting steroids into his pimply back.
Oh yeah.
Or wherever you shoot him.
To his tiny
I
testes.
does he still have the fucking hairpiece?
I hope so.
The hair weirds me out, man.
Yeah, it's like a Lego helmet kind of thing.
I don't know. Hopefully Sticky Stanicki's a good movie.
Ricky Stanicki.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's a funny premise. I like it. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I like 3 of those actors.
And it's done in Melbourne, which is cool. I like that.
I'll watch it. Hopefully they go to Cloud9 or something.
Let's watch it this week and we'll tell them about it
Together?
next week. No.
Wait, let's watch it. But no, when you watch it, FaceTime with me and we watch each other's like reactions.
Okay.
Cool, that'll be fun.
All right, guys. Frenchy, you got some shows on this week?
Fuck. Thursday night, guys. If you're in Sydney, come see me and Tom do new material, new stand-up comedy. Thursday still has tickets. Friday does not have any. Sold out on Friday. Thursday night in the centre of Sydney. It's a great night. It's only $29. And it's a very fun, awesome venue. Few drinks, few laughs, few shoeies. Let's have a good time.
Perfect.
Anything you want to talk about, Tom?
Nah, man. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.